Put your hands together for Will Krolowitz.
Yes, thank you for that warm welcome. So my name is William. I like the name William. I introduced myself to a guy, and he said, "Nice to meet you, Bill." I said, actually, I prefer William or Will. And he paused for a minute and goes, "Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and call you Bill." "Well, I'm going to go ahead and call you Richard, because you're kind of being a dick." It's William. Ladies, it's Will. Yum. That's right, ladies, he's got the new glasses. These thick-ass lenses make my brown eyes pop. Hashtag glaucoma. I've been wearing glasses since I'm 8 years old. When I found out I had to wear glasses, my mother got mad at me. I would get blamed for all my afflictions. It's like, he needs glasses. That's because you sit too close to the television. He needs braces. I told you not to chew like that. He has asthma. Oh, he's just too lazy to breathe. No, it's because you smoked all through the pregnancy. Don't get mad at her. Back in those days, 4 to 5 doctors recommended smoking to expectant mothers. To calm their nerves. Relax. Don't upset the baby. Have a glass of wine. That's why I was born with asthma and a hangover. Welcome to the world. Oh, not so loud. Turn off that light. Wait. I'm thirsty. So, I've asthma, I'm fat. I got COVID back in 2020. My ass ended up in the hospital. It was bad, man. Got pulled through. I was getting ready to get out of the hospital. The doctor comes in and he goes, "We noticed on the MRI and X-ray that you have arthritis in your spine." I said, "What? From the COVID?" I said, "No, sometimes the parents will pass it down. Either one of your parents have arthritis?" I'm like, "Yeah, my mom's got arthritis. But she has it in her hands. But she used to always hit me in my spine. That must be how she passed it down." That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. So, a year and a half, I didn't get a chance to see my family because of COVID. My grandchildren I didn't see them for a year and a half. My youngest granddaughter was 2 the last time she saw me. A year and a half later, she forgot who I was. It was heartbreaking because when I saw her, she's like, "What's your name?" "I'm Granby, sweetie." She said, "Who's your daddy?" Because I'm your dad's dad. And not only that, you're named after me. Your name is Willa. My name is Will. And she scowled at me. She said, "You just said your name was Granby." Yes, I did. Now I'm involved in a circular argument with a 3-year-old, and she's fucking winning. I said, "No, look, Granby's my title. See, I'm Granby to you. I'm dad to your dad, and I'm Will to everybody else." And she said, "I'm going to go ahead and call you Bill." I said to the son, "Your daughter's kind of being a dick." So, whoa, man. You don't call a 3-year-old a dick. I said, you're right. She's kind of being a weenie. So, I was out of work for a while with COVID. When I went back to work, still had no sense of smell. I lost my sense of smell. And I go back to work, and I know I had no sense of smell because I have a stinky coworker that I have avoided for like years. And I went back to work, and I couldn't smell her. And I learned something about her. She's delightful. Oh my God, all these years I've been avoiding one of my favorite people on the planet. So I guess for me, COVID has been a little bit of a blessing. So thank you, China. Thank you for COVID. You've given me Cindy, so it's worked out well. But going back to work, this is my final year. I am retiring at the end of August, so it's like my final year, 30 years of retirement. I'm going to do this full time. So it's my senior year, so I kind of got senioritis, I've blown off a couple of classes, I missed a couple of meetings. I've shown up late and saying, "I would have been here on time, but I have arthritis in my spine," so, that's the way it's been. But I just get aggravated by every little thing that's going on at work. I have very little patience now because I have very little time left. But I don't want to say something to end up losing my pension. So I got to kind of watch my mouth. But like, it's been crazy. I was in the restroom and somebody was in the next stall talking on their cell phone. That's infuriating. Finally, I had to say something. I was like, come on, if I have to sit here and listen to your dumb conversation, how the hell am I supposed to come? My break's almost over. I'm trying to concentrate. Will you please shut the hell up? Or say something sexy? To which they replied, will you please leave the ladies' room? Come on. It's a joke. I can't jerk at work. I got arthritis in my spine. I don't feel respected at work. I've been there nearly 30 years. I went on vacation, I came back, and I found out that they had moved my desk. You moved my desk? I've been in that desk for 30 years. Don't you get any consideration? You couldn't sit down and discuss it with me? I come first I'm here, now I'm over there. It's like, I feel like a pawn. It's like you're not a pawn, you're a knight, because we move you two up and one over. My mother's going to get me in trouble. I recently got written up because I said nice things to a coworker. Like I said to her boss, that's not sexual harassment because I said it sarcastically to a male coworker who's wearing a white dress shirt without anything on underneath it. Come on. I think I can speak for all of us when I say, don't need to see dark-haired nipples in the workplace. This is a place of business. Somebody at work called me a drama queen. I'm like, what? Don't misgender me. I'm not a queen. I'm the Duke. I'm the Duke of Drama. Duke of Drama. Slap your mama. Hug a llama. What is it, like, shouldn't you hug your mama and slap the llama? No. Don't slap a llama. And don't slap your mama either. That's just a southern saying. It denotes delicious food. You see slap your mama spices in the grocery store. And I was down south and I asked the waitress, I said, how's the fried chicken down here? She said, baby, it's so good it makes you want to slap your mama. I said, I don't think I want anything that delicious. You got something to make me want to pinch my sister? She said, you want the crab. I would never pinch my sister for fear of getting my ass whipped. My sister would whoop my ass if I tried to pinch her. I'm the youngest of 7. 7. It's crazy because I got my ass kicked by everybody in that whole house. The only time I ever got hugged was when it was part of a takedown. It was brutal. But over the years, large families become smaller, and one by one, I had to watch as my siblings departed this earth. And as of last October, I lost my last remaining sibling. I win. The genie stands alone. The genie stands alone. I gotta be honest with you. My 2 remaining siblings are not gonna like that joke. But I gotta wait for them to die before I can tell that joke? I don't think I can wait. I think I'm next. Honestly. I took a sleep study, and they woke me up and put me on oxygen. That's not a good sign, is it? The doctor's like, oh, we thought we were going to lose you, man. Your oxygen levels drop to dangerous levels. If you don't get this CPAP machine with oxygen, there's a very good chance you could have a heart attack or a stroke and die in your sleep. And I was like, oh my God, that is awesome. Who doesn't want to die in their sleep? How did you die? I don't know. I slept right through that shit. First he went to bed, then he woke up dead. He went peaceful. That's it, man. Let me tell you. So I got to tell you this. So when I was 8 years old, I was told to wear glasses. My mother made me get a part-time job. 8 years old, after school and on weekends, I had to go work for my uncle, the slumlord, you know, cleaning, painting, getting apartments ready. It's crazy, man. So the doctor told me that I had, she said, your eyes are shaped differently, and that's why you're farsighted. I was like, well, my mom said I had to wear glasses because I sat too close to the television. She was that's the way your eyes were formed. I said, well, I got to go have a conversation with my mother. Mom, you remember you made me get a part-time job when I was 8 years old to pay for my glasses? The doctor said that's the way my eyes were formed. And where were my eyes formed? In your wretched womb, drunkie? This is all your fault. Pay for my glasses. She said, I'll give you $50. I'm like, sold. I was using my mom's restroom, and as I'm washing my hands, I noticed a box of Kotex Light Days on the countertop. I'm like, my mom's in her 80s. What's she doing? So I pick up the box, and I'm like, Ma, you still ovulating? It's like, no, dummy. Sometimes when I call for boomers. I'm like, I am so sorry I asked. But thank you for sharing. She said, thank you for having such a huge freaking head. This is all your fault. Pay for my Pampers. I'm like, here's your $50 back. So I have 2 sons. I was a single parent after I got out of the Army. I went back to New Orleans where I grew up, and I met a Wisconsin girl down there, and she talked me into moving to Wisconsin. So I moved up there 30 years ago. I've been living in Wisconsin ever since. And it's a good place to raise my sons, and me and her broke up after a year. Too much arguing, too much fighting. I don't like to argue, I don't like to fight, especially in public. We're in the mall. And she's like, here, hold my purse. I'm not gonna hold your purse. What, you're not man enough to carry a purse? I'm like, that's a black bag and I'm wearing brown shoes. I'll look like an idiot. I don't mind carrying a purse. I mean, my mom, the youngest of 7, my mom would always make me carry her purse whenever we went anywhere. And my mom's purse was huge, so we could sneak shit into the movies, you know. A big bucket of chicken would fit in her purse, a 2-liter Coke, like napkins, cups, plates, everything. And anytime I went anywhere with my mom, she made me carry her purse. We went to the Jazz and Heritage Festival down in New Orleans, and we were getting toasted, man. We was having a great time. And I seen 2 girls, and they're laying on blankets, and they're wearing these loose tank tops. And they're laying on their stomach, and you can see right down their shirts. So I said to my brother, slyly, don't look now. And he turns and looks, and my mom catches us. And she ratted us out. She went up to the girls, and she said, excuse me, they're looking at your boobies. Oh, God, I was so embarrassed. And the girl said, did you get a good look? And I was like, no. She said, well, here. And she pulled her top down and showed me her titties. And my mom called her a whore and slugged her, and then they started fighting. The next thing I know, I saw a pair of titties I never wanted to see. So I opened up a huge purse, and I tossed her another top. And we got thrown out for fighting. And we went to the bar down the street with the girls and had a great time. And I'm not saying my mom was right about that girl, but she did blow me in the bathroom later on. I would never call her a whore because my sons would not appreciate me talking about their mother like that. That's a joke. I met my ex-wife when we were in the Army. And we were stationed in Georgia together. And we eloped. It was so romantic. We eloped without meeting each other's families, which was a huge mistake. Because I did not realize I had married into a Sicilian family from New Jersey. I was shocked. My ex-wife's maiden name was Williams. What the hell kind of Sicilian family has the last name of Williams? The kind that's in the witness protection program. So not only are they monsters, but they're all a bunch of freaking rats. My ex-wife Victoria and her brothers, Sal and Tony Williams. You know? And Sal was pissed. He was pissed because we didn't get married in church. He's like, so in the eyes of God, my sister's a whore? I'm like, whoa, man. Your sister's not a whore. Yeah. We'll get there. It's like, how did you meet my sister? That's an interesting story. I met your sister when we were in the Army. Your sister was in my unit. Next thing I know, my unit was in your sister. That's right. My unit, your sister. So we had a couple of kids together. Things didn't work out. She got out of the Army, and I was getting sent overseas. So I said, please, let me take the kids with me. Let me take the boys to Europe. Let them experience that. And she was kind enough to allow me to take them. So I took the kids to Europe. She got remarried, had 2 more kids, got another divorce by the time I got back from Germany. And then she just living with some dude. No judgments. Be happy. I have no problem with that, you know? So I raised my sons, and I mean, you want them to be, I didn't expect a lot of just like, don't be a dick, be a good person. And I think that they've achieved that. I have one son that is very accomplished in his field. He is a producer for a major news agency in Washington, D.C. And every year he goes to White House Correspondents' Dinner. He has been awarded an Emmy. You know what he got an Emmy for? For lying. They're all a bunch of liars. My son is an award-winning liar. He lied so well that CNN came and offered him a job. Said, come live with us on CNN. What does he do for CNN? I don't know. I watch Fox. I said, It's a joke. I don't watch Fox anymore. They're too liberal. But he's got a lot of skins on the wall, and he's done really well for himself. But occasionally, he'll get blackout drunk and piss the bed. And I found that out recently while we were on vacation and sharing a hotel bed. I woke up, my pants were wet. I was like, what the hell? What? Oh my God, you paid the bed? Look, I will get our clothes washed, but you have to call housekeeping. This is embarrassing. The hotel room's in my name. It's like, no problem, Dad. Housekeeping, can you send someone up to change the bed linens? My dad had an accident. Why? Why would you lie? Like, hey, man, we both woke up wet. You say it was me, I say it was you. I should have kicked his ass, but I don't think I'm capable. He plays rugby and works out 5 times a week, and I have arthritis in my spine. You guys have heard. But like, you want them to be good people, and they are. They took me out for Father's Day when they were still in college, and I was so proud. You know, they took me out, and we were enjoying a nice Father's Day meal. A couple comes in, they got a 5 or 6-year-old kid. They sit down at the table next to us. Kid just starts banging on the table, making a racket. Parents say nothing. He gets up from the table, starts running around the restaurant, and parents say nothing. And I have 2 sons. My oldest son looks just like his mother. My youngest son looks just like me. The oldest son thinks that my youngest son's my favorite because he looks like me. I'm like, no, it's ridiculous. He's not my favorite because he looks like me. He's my favorite because he doesn't look like my ex-wife. Plus, I'm resentful of that kid. Man's on the breast for 27 months. He ruined his mommy's titties. I'll never forgive that, man. So the one that looks like me, he turns to me and he goes, Dad, I want to thank you for not allowing us to behave like that. And when I have kids, I'm not going to let them behave like that either. I hope I can be as good a father to my kids as you were to me. I was touched. I thought I was going to get emotional. So I reached out and gave him a little smack in the head. I said, get your elbows off the damn table, boy. And I stuck my foot out and I tripped that little bastard as he ran by. Because it takes a village. And the son that looks like me had a daughter that looks like him. My granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, looks just like me. She's beautiful. I tell her that all the time. My son gets mad. Don't tell her she's beautiful. Tell her she's smart. Yeah, she's not that smart. She's not that smart, man. So Valentine's Day comes around, and I want to send her something. So let me tell you something. When the baby was born, that's another thing. So my ex-wife calls me as soon as the baby's born, first day, and she goes, what do you want the baby to call you? I said, I haven't thought about it. Well, I'm letting you know my man is Papa. Like, he's not her Papa. He's not related to her. Y'all aren't even married. No, I'm just telling you that he's Papa. So what the hell's going on? So I called my son. I'm like, she's laying claim to the name Papa. He goes, yeah, so what? I'm like, what if I want to be Papa? He said, well, you can be Papa number 2. What? I'm number 2? I'm the poo-poo Papa? He said, that's right, because you're the shit. No, I'll just be Grampy. So I'm Grampy. So Valentine's Day comes around, and I want to send him something for Valentine's Day. And my son told me, don't send him any candy. They have enough candy. I don't want you to send them any candy. I said, okay. So she's in 4th grade. They're not teaching them cursive in school anymore. So I bought her a book on how to write cursive, and I sent it to her. And she calls me up to thank me, and I said, will you be my Valentine? She's like, no. Why not? She goes, Grampy, you didn't send me any candy. Nanny and Papa sent me a box of chocolates. So let me tell you something, little girl. That's not your real Papa. That's just some dude who's shacking up with Nana. Shacking up means living in sin, and that makes Jesus cry, because in the eyes of God, your Nana's a hoe. In heaven, that's called a Hosanna. Your Nana is Hosanna in the highest. What does that mean, Grampy? I said, that means Nana and Papa are going to burn in hell forever and ever. Enjoy your chocolates. Happy Valentine's Day. She said, how did you meet Nana? I said, that's an interesting story, little girl. I met your Nana when we were in the Army. Your Nana was in my unit. And that's where the story ends. Because I'm talking to a child. And I will never admit to banging nobody named Nana. So I'm feeling pretty good. Today I had the perfect burrito. You know, sometimes you get a burrito that's not made well and it comes unraveled while you're trying to eat it. Messes up the whole experience. The guy that made my burrito had dreadlocks. I want a guy with dreads to make that burrito because I have a feeling he's going to roll that shit up right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Marley, roll me up a fatty. Twist me up a steak burrito and do not look at the end. I like a burrito rolled up tight because I like to sneak a burrito in the movies right down the front of my pants. Yeah, it's really pretty good. Just right down the front of my pants. And, you know, I can't have someone come to me saying, hey, is that a grande burrito in your pants or is your cock leaking wide? You don't want green shit oozing out of the front of your pants, so that's the way it is. So we got any dog lovers in the audience? Yeah, I got a great dog. I got an amazing dog. We always had 2 dogs growing up. Always had 2. I got the one, and I named him Sasha. That's a gender-neutral name. Because sometimes when Sasha pees, he lifts his leg. Other times, he prefers to squat. He's fluid with his fluids, and that's okay, because he's a good thing. I'm not goofing on pronouns, they, them, or my pronouns, because I'm good people. I like that. So, there's a woman that lives in my building, I have to tell you. She is one of the most beautiful women that I've ever seen. She's gorgeous and very cool, very nice. So I'm going in the laundry room and she's coming out. And I see her and I said hello, I go in and I'm taking my clothes out of the dryer and I happen to notice that she had dropped a pair of her panties on the floor in front of the washing machine when she was loading up the washing machine. No, I did not pick up her panties and sniff them. There were cameras in the laundry room. I picked up her panties and I put them in the washing machine. Then I went back to my apartment and I sniffed my fingers like a gentleman. Come on, it's a joke. I have no sense of smell since COVID. It sucks, man. So, I have to tell you this. I performed in Vegas this past year. I was really happy about that because that was on my bucket list to perform in Vegas. And I always get nervous when I travel now. I used to enjoy traveling. I've been all over the world. I was in the Army for 10 years. I went everywhere. Now I just feel like I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to do the wrong thing when I go through security. Because the last time I did it, they said, your pocket's empty. I had the paper ticket in my shirt pocket. I forgot. I emptied out my pockets, but I did not take the paper ticket out. And so the guy yelled at me. I thought, you said your pockets were empty, and just gave me a hard time. So this time I decided I'm completely turning my pockets inside out. I'm taking everything out. I was so focused on emptying my pockets that I forgot to take off my belt. Listen, if you forget to take your belt off, they will feel you up. In public, in front of everybody, for free. So he took me aside and he said, well, you're going to have to wait in the office and decide. So I'm waiting in the office and I'm like, I hope I don't miss my flight. But I mean, it was just an honest mistake. And the guy comes in and he goes, are you the guy that went through airport security, the security gate, without taking off your belt? And I said, yes. He said, well, we happen to notice on the x-ray that you have arthritis in your spine, and you guys might want to get that checked out. Thank you very much. You guys have been great.
One more time.